Hi, this is Pierre. This is our last episode of the Fear and Anxiety series. I hope that the previous ones have helped you a great deal already. So this last one is about perspective. So the idea behind it is that fear and anxiety mostly exists within the future and within our imaginations. It was Seneca who said that we suffer way more in our imaginations than in reality. And Mark Twain echoed that when he said that I feared a great many things and I've suffered a great many things in my life, most of which have never happened. So the thinking behind these practices is that you gain a bit of perspective, that you root yourself in reality, because anxiety and fear often stems, or mostly stems, from things that we just think might happen. So one of the first practices is one that is very, very common, and it's almost become a cliche. And it's like a cliche for a reason, because it works. It's really, really, really important. And that's gratitude. To live a grateful life. So my practice, one of my gratitude practices, is when I wake up in the morning to not get out of bed before I feel some sense of gratitude. Sometimes it takes quite a while, and sometimes it's pretty quick, but I just lie there and think about something that I'm grateful for. And most of the time, I try to just be grateful for being, for having the privilege to be alive and to experience this world and this creation. The second practice is a journaling practice. So we speak about journaling often in Palestra, writing things down, because there's something about putting pen to paper that just engages your brain a bit differently. And because anxiety and fears often causes like racing thoughts, and you can't seem to figure it out in your head, putting pen to paper actually helps a lot in dealing with your anxiety and your fear. So this practice I first learned from Tim Ferriss in one of his TED Talks, where he spoke about his own anxiety and fear and the way that he dealt with it. So it's a basic idea of writing down all your fears, listing them so they don't just stay in your head, then thinking what can you do to prevent them, and then a third column writing down what can you do when they actually do happen. And most of the time they don't even happen. For example, it's like having a car. So I'm really scared that the car is going to get stolen. What can I do to prevent that? It's like, well, I can take out insurance, or I can keep it under lock and key. And then what will I do if that will happen? And you have a little plan that you can do when that does happen. And just writing it down, just having that plan, actually puts a little bit of perspective on it, and then also gives you some sort of handle on it. And if it happens, what will you do? So these two things kind of ground you in reality. They don't allow your mind to run away with fear and anxiety. Gratitude is about reality. What are you really, really grateful for? What do you have in your life, really, that you can be grateful for? And the second one, the writing or the journaling practice, just helps you plan and helps you make real and doable plans in case something happens, and ways that you can prevent it. So those are the two practices we're going to do. So in this week's letter, you'll get also a guided meditation from me, just a gratitude meditation to help you develop that practice. And I'll also put in a PDF template for you that you can download that you can use to make your list. List your fear, list what you can prevent, and then list what you can do in case it does happen, on the small little chance that it does happen. Thank you for listening. I really hoped that these 6 practices that we did in the end really helped you deal with your own anxiety and with your own fear, helped you to calm down, helped you to gain a bit of perspective, and helped you to regain some control in your life. If this helped you, please tell other people about it. Forward them the next email and tell them to subscribe, or to just get into this series and do the practices for themselves. You've got skin in the game.